Buenos dias. Oh, yes, we are here. Hola. All right. Good morning and welcome, beloved friends. As we gather in this sacred space, we open our hearts to the golden season of harvest. A time to gather not only the fruits of this earth, but the blessings of spirit. Our theme for this month, Gathering the Harvest, invites us to see that there is always more than enough. Love, light, and divine provision flowing through and around us. May your soul be nourished by the abundance of this morning's service. For those joining us online, same thing. The warm welcome to you as well, and hopefully sometime in the future we will see you here as well. At this time, if you haven't done so, we have some smart devices. They're called cell phones. If you could, please just take them out. They're not so smart. They don't know to go and decrease their volume when they are during the Sunday service. So they need our help. So please just make sure you turn your phone down all the way. Now we will have music by Ascension.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing out there? Man, isn't this a beautiful morning? The weather has turned. It's a little chilly out. Kind of makes you feel like you're on a holiday. So we thought we would start this service off with a little vacation tune. And in fact, Alex is going to lead this one up for us.
I turned Cuban, from Mexican
There
to
he is.
Cuban. There. We look alike anyway.
Let's have a lovely day, Alex, shall we?
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, was heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, I know it's gonna be a lovely day,
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
When the day that lies ahead of me seemed impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seemed to know the way, then I look at you and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you and I know that I'm gonna be a lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day,
Lovely day.
lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Yeah.
And then I look at you and the world's alright with me. And just one look at you and I know it's gonna be
Sing along, y'all.
a lovely
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Yeah.
Enjoy your vacation.
How many of you know the mission of the Temple of the Living God? Good. Yes. I say it every morning when I am up here. So I would like to share it again with us. All right. So our mission is to assist people in their spiritual awakening and to support them through education, healing, love, and service. That is our mission. At this time, I would like to invite Reverend Carmen Lewises to lead us through the prayer chest and divine healing.
Let us pray. Infinite radiant source of life, we acknowledge your presence and power working in and through each and every person whose name has been placed in this prayer chest. We acknowledge that the healing is touching into each of them for their highest and best good. We acknowledge that the light of God surrounds each one, the love of God enfolds each one, the power of God protects each one, the presence of God watches over each one, and wherever each one of these souls are, God is, and all is well. And so it is. As most of you know, here at the temple we have a variety of healing modalities that we share. And on Sunday morning we have our divine healing, where we have a number of our healing ministry come forth and stand here in front of the platform facing you. And today we invite you, if you'd like to come forth for a short healing, to do so, and just go to the next available healer. And then after that, just return back to your chairs again when that's done. So I would invite 4 of our temple healers to come forth, please. So I invite you to close your eyes for a few moments and just take in a nice deep breath. And just allow yourself to become centered in this time and place. And just breathe into that. Breathe into that quietness within. And just allow yourself to just stay in this place for a while. If you choose to come forth for a healing at this time, I invite you to do so at this time. And if not, just remain in your chairs and allow for the beautiful healing music just to resonate within your being, and allow yourself this quiet time. Thank you, healers.
At this time, I would like to welcome any new guest here at the temple. It is a blessing to have you here and to spend time with our temple family. If you have not done so, though, we do have a guest register book located in the front lobby. The podium looks like this. This would allow us to remain connected with you, also to give the board an idea of how many guests we have coming in throughout the months and years. We also have something called the welcome packet that talks a little bit about the Temple of the Living God, our vision, our mission, our philosophy, a lot of great information there as well. You will also find in that clear podium a bi-monthly bulletin. As I like saying, I am a millennial. What's poppin'? Right? Here at the temple. Classes, events, you get to meet great teachers. You get to meet also great students that participate in those classes as well. We're here to share, we're here to learn, and we are here to uplift each other. So that's why we have these awesome classes, and we take our time to create this for all of y'all. So thank you for those who handle these things, which Reverend Carmen is the lead on that. Thank you. I also would like to make an announcement. We also have energetic healing. So kind of what we witnessed here just a moment ago is available here. And it starts at 10:35 a.m. and it goes to 10:50 a.m. So if you feel emotionally heavy, if you have a lot going on, that service is for free. We welcome you to participate on this love and energy that we have available here at the temple. We also have 2 chaplains available after service. Each chaplain is here to listen and offer prayerful support. I am aware life is hard sometimes, right? We have the tools here to help you walk through that path. So we have chaplains available. We will have one here in the front and we'll have one in the back as well. All chaplains present today hold everyone in sacred space during the service. Now we have some announcements. First, we will have Melissa Newbeck. Then we will have Reverend Lewises also provide us with some announcements.
Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all? Good. Lovely fall. So I have an announcement that has to do with creativity. Yes. Come on, creatives. I know you're out there. I see you. So what we have going on is, so I was thinking one day we need to have some merch for the temple, right? We need to have like a hat or a t-shirt or something of this nature. So an idea popped up that has been in the past here of designing a t-shirt for the temple. And so guess what? You guys who've been here a while have done this before. We're bringing it back. Yeah, some of you know what I'm talking about. We're having a design a t-shirt contest. Yay! Yes, so all you creatives who sketch, art, paint, draw, even if it's digital like moi on the computer, you are able to, create and design a t-shirt for the temple. But you have to get voted for anyway, right? So we're having a t-shirt contest. You're going to also win $100 cash. On top of bragging rights, I mean, come on. So we will have the flyer posted, of course, online on the website in the temple, and I'll be passing these out if you're interested. But you will get your design voted for, and it'll go on the t-shirt, and everybody can purchase one and wear it to see it for life. Yes?
What format would
Yes, so any general 8.5 by 11, don't go too big because it's got to go on a t-shirt. So as you all know, I love my t-shirt, so, you know.
And colors, and we can.
Yes, it's full color, no rules really, as long as it's mission valued, right, at the temple vision and mission. And it does say on here, walking in the light is the theme. Because that's where we're coming up with the holidays, right? So walking in the light, it's going to be our mission and brand. So kind of put our vision and mission along with the theme into this design, and it's all good. If you have questions, see me afterward. There's an email on here to submit. So here's your blank slate, right? And you could have your design here. So good luck. I look forward to all the designs. There'll be an email address for you to submit your designs to me. You have 2 weeks.
Is it front and back?
No.
It's going to be one-sided. Yes. Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Something to look forward to, you know. So as you leave here today, put your creative thinking caps on and just begin to sketch, you know, and get some ideas. And look around at the billboards and posters out there and just to get some ideas. And so walking in the light. Okay. Well, I'd like to thank everyone who came out yesterday for our biannual, I should say, showcase, our fundraiser, one of the biggest fundraisers that we have here at the temple. And it was a successful day. We had just a lot of wonderful new people coming in too that heard of us, whether it was friends telling them or online, Facebook, or some of the other medias that Melissa has advertised out there. We're so very grateful that we had a lot of new people coming here. And of course, several of you also were here, and so thank you for that. I'd like to thank all the volunteers that made this event such a successful day, and that includes those that help with the marketing and the advertising, those that help to set up the sanctuary and the lobby. That's a huge job. For those of you who have seen the transformation that takes place here, it's a lot of work, a lot of time and energy, and so we're very grateful for that. Those that were helping at the registration table, several people there. And then we had someone helping out on the outside table. And then we have our monitors that help throughout the day as well. Then there's the kitchen helpers to prepare all the food that we serve, not only the readers, but also the volunteers, the workers. And it was a wonderful, wonderful lunch that we had. Then we had overseers as well, making sure that everything was running smoothly. Then there was the breakdown crew. There was the decorating help also for the day. The showcase packet design, we had our secretary worked on that, putting all of that together. And of course, all the readers that we had 14 readers for the day. And again, it was a wonderful day, and we're so very grateful for everyone that was here to help make a difference here at the temple. Yeah, there's just so very much that goes into the preparation of these fundraisers, and so we're so very, very grateful. So let's just give everyone a round of applause. Yes? Yeah. And so the next big showcase is scheduled to be in March. So we have March and October showcases that we do. Next week, I do want to make mention that we have a very special day. The interfaith group that I attend on a monthly basis, they have 1 week throughout the year where it's an interfaith week, and the opening ceremony will be here. And so that's going to be at 4 p.m. next week. So if you attend, we have after the service, there's the Metaphysical Forum, if you're choosing to attend that, and then maybe go out to lunch, and then come back for 4 o'clock for the opening ceremony. And we hope that we have many of you that join us for that, because it's going to be a wonderful ceremony with people from different faiths sharing. And of course, Fred Johnson, that some of you may know, who's a wonderful musician, speaker, just a phenomenal person. He's going to be emceeing the afternoon. So we're grateful to be able to sponsor that event, and perhaps in the future as well, we'll have many more opportunities to do the same. And I do want to make mention also that in your program, there's of course many different classes and whatnot listed, but there's a celebration of life service for Suzanne Anderson on Saturday, October 25th. Some of you remember her. Of course, she was a longtime member here and worked here as well in the back office, and I believe in the bookstore for a while. But then nevertheless, we're going to be having a celebration of life service for her. So for those of you who'd like to join us for that, we invite you to be here for that day. And other than that, that is it for now. So thank you. Thank you for your attention.
You might have been given something on your way in. That kind of looks like this. All right? Please refer to your Sunday program for ongoing classes and events and sign up in the lobby for any of the classes you plan to attend. If you have questions of where the location is or what classes, where there's some classes here, but you can also ask Reverend Carmen where you can sign up for a specific class you want to attend. Today we have with us as our speakers Reverend Frank Drexler and David Panunzio. On the topic, ways to harvest joy. Now, my spiritual reading comes from, I heard he's a very handsome guy, has black hair that goes backwards, you know? And the quote goes as follows: "Joy is the sunlight of the soul, ever present, ever radiant. When we return to our thoughts towards gratitude, we awaken the hidden garden within, and Spirit's abundance blossoms in every corner of our being." Unquote, by Jacob Torres. Now we have music by Ascension. Hey there.
Yay. Here we go. Let's do it.
Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my life, I am healed.
I am one with God. I know the truth. I am one with creation and one with you. There is no separation between all that is.
I am one. Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my life, I am healed. Spirit dwells within me, it guides all I do. It infuses my life, and with the light I am new. I am rich with abundance of all that is good. All is good. Joy Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. From the car I thank you, God, for teaching me this truth. Knowing it is so, I release it all to you. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. I am healed. I am healed.
Thank you all for being here. Look, no cane. It was only 3 months. So this month's theme here at the temple is Gathering the Harvest. And I'm going to guess that most of you hearing about that title would think of money. But the truth is, there are so many other things that we can harvest that have nothing to do with money. One of the biggest things I think about is bringing joy into our lives and into the lives of others. And bringing joy into others brought a story to mind that I read many years ago, and I'm going to read it. A young boy named Peter, who lived far out in the country in the late 1800s, had reached the age of 12 and had never in his all life seen a circus. You can imagine his excitement when one day a poster went up outside the school that he attended, announcing that on the next Saturday was a traveling circus that was coming to the nearby town. Peter ran home that day with the glad news and the big question, can I go? Although the family was poor, the father sensed how important it was for the lad. So he told Peter, if you do your Saturday chores ahead of time, I'll see that you have money to go and buy your lunch as well. Come Saturday morning, the chores were done, and the boy stood at the breakfast table, dressed in his Sunday best. His father reached into his pocket of his overalls and pulled out $1, the most money that boy had possessed in all of his life. The father cautioned him, telling him, be careful how you spend it because it had to last him all day. And then he sent the boy on his way. Peter was so excited that his feet hardly seemed to touch the ground all the way to town. As he neared the outskirts of the village, he noticed people lining the streets, and he worked his way through the crowd until he was standing next to another little boy about the age of 9 with his mother. Lo and behold, it was the approaching spectacle of the circus parade. The parade was the grandest thing the lad had ever seen. Animals snarled as they passed by. Bands beat their rhythms and sounded shiny horns. People performed acrobatics while flags and ribbons swirled overhead. Finally, after everything had passed, Peter heard the little boy next to him say to his mother, "Can we go?" She hesitated for a moment and then said, "I'm sorry, but since I lost my job, I don't have the 25 cents for you to go and the 50 cents for me." With that, without hesitation, Peter said, "With my $1, we can all go and get in." And before the woman could object, they were on their way to the greatest show on earth. And so Peter shared his prosperity with others. And you know something? It didn't bother him that he didn't have the money for his lunch. Peter was so full of joy that he told his father when he got home that it was the best day of his life. Peter had truly harvested joy in his life by sharing it with others. So with regard harvesting joy in our lives, we must remember that everything that appears in the universe first had its origin in mind. Peter didn't hesitate for a moment to share his joy, and he was about to experience with others. He had the thought, and he did not hesitate to express it out into the world. What an example it was for him and for us. How many of us are willing to share our good freely with others, just as he did? One way of harvesting the joy in our lives without spending a penny is by providing service to others. Service can mean so many things. You might make a phone call to someone who's in need. You might offer to go someone to a doctor's appointment. You may pull in a neighbor's garbage can after it's been emptied. These are all things that provide service and joy. You can even provide service to yourself. Make the decision to take a day to do just what you want to do and not what the world expects you to do. You are the one deserving it. Another way to harvest joy in our lives and the lives of others is to show compassion. So often we are busy living our life as others think that we should, that we don't have the time to show a caring attitude, not only to ourselves, but to the other people around us as well. So being compassionate can bring us a great harvest of joy into our lives. Jack Cornfield writes this: "Life offers us what it offers us. Our task is to meet it with understanding and compassion." Many people feel that compassion is a form of surrender. Surrender to them may feel like giving up or suffering a defeat. But in reality, surrender means going with the flow of life. It is living in and accepting the present moment. It is letting go of resistance. If you wish to harvest joy in our lives, we must first focus our attention mentally on the things that do bring us joy and happiness. In other words, if you wish to harvest joy, you must plant seed thoughts in order to bring them into fruition. We can't be focusing on the negative and expecting glorious things to happen to us. We must realize that we focus on the negative, we will experience a less than perfect order in our lives. So let's say that your goal in life is a more prosperous existence. To do this, we must make connection with our inner Christ spirit that knows how to handle ideas such as substance. This is accomplished by having positive ideas that will direct our consciousness in the proper direction. We can't go around with a poor me attitude and expect to create a prosperous me. I believe we're all familiar with the part of the Lord's Prayer that states, "Give us this day our daily bread." That is one strong affirmation. Through positive prayer such as this, we accumulate in mind ideas of God as substance, and thus we receive the direction we need to create a more abundant life. God does not give us material things, but mind substance. God does not give us money falling out of the heavens like rain, but ideas. Ideas that set spiritual forces in motion so that things happen when we act upon them, the ideas we receive, and as we apply the law of mind action. The secret of joy lies not in getting, but in giving. Love warms the heart, not so much that we are loved, but we are loving. True forgiveness is not in forgiving someone else, but asking forgiveness of ourselves because we judged another in the first place. True joy is a result of trusting God. Joy is the great harmonizer and healer. It is joy which gives us a sense of all rightness about our lives. True joy is completely independent of what happens to you from the outside. So in the book of John we read, "These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full."
I don't know how many times I've heard that story about Peter going to the circus, and it still almost brought tears to my eyes again to think that someone could be that giving, that caring about other individuals. You know, if you wish to harvest joy in your life, then you must learn to see through sickness into health, to see through poverty to success and abundance, and to see sadness as what? A stepping stone to better times. To harvest joy in your life, you must be ready to believe in the all-sustaining good of the world. You must learn to trust in the universal source and your inner Christ at the center of your very being. Now, let's face it, my friends, when we're having difficulties, it's hard to see joy in the situation. We all face tough times, challenging times. But real peace and joy, my friends, comes from within as we deal with each of those issues and those problems. Research has shown that most people are more resilient than they think they are. Most people, my friends, can see through the dark times. And after the dark period, they see a way through it into the light. And isn't that what we're all looking for? Yes. We're all looking to get away from those difficult times, those difficult issues, to something better in our lives. If you experience some condition that makes you unhappy, you must ask yourself, why is it happening? And I hate to say this, but a lot of the stuff, okay, that comes into our lives, we attract in some way. To put it simply, like attracts like. If we don't like the stuff that's showing up in your life, then think another story. Think another idea. And when you do, your life will begin to improve. Our lives don't depend on chance. We need to build a consciousness that responds to what we want. And we need to what? Stuff the rest. Okay? If we wish to harvest joy, we must get over the idea of blaming others for our difficulties. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Don't we all do that? Excuse me. I'm still thinking about that story. Okay? We need to stop blaming other people for the things that happen to us. Now, yes, there can be circumstances where we feel like, oh, they've created a situation. But it's how we deal with that situation that's important. We can't accept it. We can't let it take control of our lives. And I'm a big one to speak on this because I constantly have something happen, and for the next 5 or 6 days I'm thinking about it, and oh, I should have said this or I should have done that. But you know something? If I want to harvest joy, I need to learn to let go of the negative and focus on the positive. Amen. It is your responsibility to ignite the feeling of joy in yourself. You're the only one who can do it. Yes, it's nice when someone says something nice to you. Oh, I like your haircut. Or I like that blouse you're wearing. Those things are all nice. But if you want to really create good in your life and joy, it comes from within. Thankfulness multiplies the joy you already have. So often, I hate to say this, but we take so many things that we should be grateful for granted, don't we? You cooking now. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We do. We take those things for granted, my friends. And some of them may be small, the little things that happen in our life. You're going into a store and somebody holds the door for you. Wasn't that a nice thing? Wasn't that special? And you know what else we take for granted? Each and every one of us? The people around us. The people who are closest to us, we take for granted. Okay, we're so worried about making Joe and Susie like us that we fail to realize that those few people around us who are really close and really care about us are really important. And we forget to be grateful for them. That cashier who actually smiled at you instead of the one who went, yes, absolutely. We need to be grateful for the little things, the food on our tables, okay? A home to go to. How many people don't have a home to go to, my friends? We see them all the time. That bed that we sleep in may be a little lumpy now that we need a new mattress, but you know something? We've got a bed to sleep in, my friends, and we should be grateful for it. As I stated, it's your responsibility to ignite a feeling of joy. The harvest of joy has been implanted in you and me from the beginning. And the unfortunate thing is something we were discussing at dinner last night. Unfortunately, race consciousness has got into our lives. We watch the news before we go to bed, the worst thing in the world you can do. Why would you upset yourself before you hit the bed? Okay? We look at the media so often that it really takes away from the things that are right out there that if we just looked up, we could enjoy. That squirrel running across the top of that tree, that bird that's singing. Little things that we need to experience that we take for granted. Today, let us search for joy in not only the big things of life, but the little things as well. And let us remember, true joy arises out of your contact with the Spirit within you. When you make contact with joy, it'll break forth in your life and it'll flow out to those people who are around you. Now, in closing this morning, I'd like to share with you something that a student said to us when we were teaching a workshop that happened to be on joy and being happy in West Palm Beach. He stated something that I'll never forget. Joy, he said, is like manure. If you don't spread it around, it doesn't do any good, does it? Absolutely not. Okay? The question this morning is, do you want joy in your life and the lives of those people around you? Okay? If you do, then I urge you, my friends, to do like you would with manure and spread it around. Okay? God bless you all.
What a happy thought. Thank you. Thank you for sharing today. Thank you for blessing us once again. So it's that time in our service where we move into our tithes and offerings, and we invite you to take your tithes and your gifts in your hands and bless them as the ushers come forth. Let us pray. Infinite source of life, we give thanks for this opportunity to share of our hearts, to share our joy. We give from a beautiful place within our own being, knowing that as we give, we truly make a difference. And we acknowledge that divine love moving through each of us blesses and multiplies all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And so it is. Amen. And we will have Ascension singing for us once again as we close out the service. And when the service is complete, we're going to invite you just to remain in your chairs, okay, before you leave the sanctuary. Thank you.
All right, we can do that.
All right. So stay in your seats. There is more than enough in a universe that you created. There is more than enough on a planet of sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity made in your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me, made everything I see, and all that will ever be is your infinite love. Let my soul know the truth, whatever I choose to do. Your infinite love will prove more than enough. There is more than enough in a universe that you created. Universe that you created. There is more than enough on a planet of sacred design. Planet of sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity made in your image. Humanity made in your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me, made everything I see, and all that will ever be is your infinite love. Let my soul know the truth, whatever I choose to do. Your infinite love will prove more than enough. Your infinite love made me, made everything I see, and all that will ever be is your infinite love.